Welcome students. So in this session, I'll be discussing with you the concepts related to internet and its application. So understanding the concept of internet, its application and connectivity to internet. So that is the topic which we plan to discuss with you in this session. I am Professor Asim Zafar and I'll be discussing with you the introduction to the internet. So first, what is the definition of internet? The internet is a global network of interconnected computers that communicate using a standardized protocol to exchange information. I have already told you that whenever several computers are connected with each other, they can communicate with each other using certain rules and regulations, and that rules and regulations are collectively known as network protocol or communication protocols basically. So here various computers or networks, they are interconnected with each other to form a global network which is known as internet, and internet allows global communication using certain rules and regulations that is known as protocols. So the computers can communicate on the internet, with a part of the internet. They can communicate with each other using certain communication protocol or standardized protocols. What are these protocols? We will have a look of all these things in the next segment basically. What is the purpose of having internet? So it allows or facilitates global communication and information sharing. It supports countless services like web browsing, email, social networking, and e-commerce applications are possible due to having the internet connections. About the brief history can be traced of the internet in 1969 when we do have a military network in US that was experiment known as ARPANET, Advanced Research Project Agency Net, and this was the first prototype of the internet, and you can call it the mother of internet as well, because internet evolves from this place onwards, from this project onwards. In 1983, transition to TCP/IP protocol, laying the foundation of the modern internet. So another technology was introduced, and that was basically made popularized in the market, basically you can say, in 1983 with the advent of PCs by IBM Computer in 1983. And in that scenario, when we are having PCs for different departments, it become possible to connect them using this technology which is known as TCP/IP technology, and to have a computer network which finally evolved in form of the internet. In 1990s, commercialization and widespread adoption was possible. During 1980s, it was not possible for common man people basically living in for the home purpose or from their basically school purpose. It was not possible. They were mainly limited to the offices and big organizations. Such kind of network were there and the big organization, business organizations, I mean, because at that time it was very expensive to set up these networks due to limitations of technologies and like that. But in 1990s, basically, with the advent of or the advancements in the technology, it becomes cheaper and it became possible to have computer networks at various places, no matter if it is school, organization, and even in the home. In the home setup, you can create computer network, and main commercialization and widespread adoption took place during 1990s. What are the importance of internet? Importance of internet can be judged with the fact that it drives the modern digital economy. Education we cannot think about education without internet. So a lot of teaching and learning materials are available on the internet which can be accessed by your devices which are part of the internet, and it allows global connectivity. So these are importance of the internet. What are the basic components of internet? So first of all, end user devices, your computer, smartphones or tablet or local area network, they are basically the end devices. Server, host devices or host website, applications and databases are there. Routers and switches are there. They allow the direct data packets through the networks. And ISPs are the important component. They are known as internet service providers, which provide internet access to the end users. So we will see in the latter part that you do have various kinds of computers. These computers may be part of a local area network or directly connected to the internet service providers. So for that, we do have our computer. These computers, through some router or devices, these devices, they are connected to service providers. They are known as service provider. They may be anything like that, maybe any service provider like BSNL or Airtel, or there are many service provider in your area which provides you the internet connectivity. So it is your computer, maybe PC, they are connected to your service provider through some device which is known as router or switch, whatever you may call it. So you just see here, and so this is the way the computers or your device can be made or can be made part of the internet. In the internet, basically, how does the information is transmitted from one place to another place? So you see here in the computer network, several computers are connected in some way to each other. There may be a number of way of connecting the computers. Say this is way the various devices, various computers are part of the network. Let this computer wants to transmit some message to this computer. There are multiple paths available for transmission of data. Either the data can be transmitted from this to this, and from here it can come to this place, or first it can go via this way, and this way it can come to here. Another way, possible way, it can go over there, come to this way, from this way, and this way. So there are multiple paths available for transmitting the data. Say for example, it is having 10 Mbps data or 10 GB of data. 10 GB of data is to be transmitted over here. So 10 GB of data, the bulk of data is not transmitted as a chunk from one place to another place. Instead, they are they are split into smaller packets. So say for example, the whole data has been divided into a smaller packet of 5 MB chunks. And say for example, 20 chunks has been there. 20 chunks of 5 MB, 20 packets I mean to say. So these are smaller packets. So the whole big message has been split into a smaller message of 500. How many messages are there? 20 packets. So 20 packets are there. Now each packets are transmitted, each 20 packets, all the 20 packets are transmitted through the network. So some of the packet may be routed via this way, some of the packets may be routed in this way. Ultimately, it reaches the destination. All the 20 packets reaches to the destination, and at the destination they are again reassembled according to their sequence number, packet number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 20. So and all the 20 packets are reassembled as a whole message, and the complete message is delivered to the end user. So this is how the transmissions takes place in the network. So you see here, data is divided into smaller packets. Packets travel through multiple routes using IP addresses to reach the destination. So with every packet we do have the IP address. IP address is destination address is given. So they reaches to the destination, and they wait, all the packets wait over there till all other packets reaches over there. Once all the 20 packets reaches over there, they are reassembled to form the whole message of 10 GB, and that message is delivered back to the users basically. So packet travel through multiple routes using IP addresses to reach the destination. TCP ensures reliable delivery by reassembling the packets in the correct order. So at the destination end, basically they are again reassembled. And how does the reassembling takes place? That is always happening according to certain rules and regulations. Certain protocols are there for that. One such protocol is TCP also. So TCP allows to reassemble the data over there according to certain rules, and they are given back or transmitted back to the end user. So this is how the working of the data transmission takes place in the internet. What are the main protocol behind internet or setting up the internet? It is TCP/IP. So TCP/IP is not the name of a single protocol, but instead it is a suite of protocols. Several protocols are there, and commonly they are known as TCP/IP because there are two main protocols in that, TCP and IP. But in the suite, there are so many protocols over there, and they are performing different kinds of job while transmitting the data from one place to another place. So TCP/IP is the core communication protocol of the internet. So whenever we do have or set up internet, the main protocol which is working behind this is TCP/IP. What are the key internet applications? All of us are aware that in the area of communication, we do have email, voice over IP, video conferencing. So these constitutes the application under the heading of communication. Search engine, online databases, Wikipedias, they are mean for information gathering. For entertainment purpose, we do have video streaming, online gaming, so they come under the heading of internet entertainment. For e-commerce applications, we do have online shopping, digital payment systems, so they are under the heading of e-commerce application. Similarly, for social networking, we do have social media platforms, forums, blogs are there. Similarly, for cloud computing, we are using SaaS, service as a software as a service, and platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. So these are the components which are, these are the terminologies basically, or these are the various kinds of services which are used while we do have or dealing with cloud computing, and these are only possible due to the internet. If internet is not there, these kind of services could not be imagined, I mean to say. And all of us are very much aware with the term remote from work. So how we can do remote from work? Because your computer is always connected to the computer of your organization, and your organization is giving you or assigning you some jobs, and you are completing the job in your computer and sending back the completed job to the organization's server over here. So you are communicating with the organization server using internet. These come under the remote work and collaboration. So tools like Slack, Microsoft Teams, Zooms, and there are several other technology which allow to share information or to collaborate with various teammates or employees of an organization to work together on certain projects. So these are some of the key internet applications. We will have a brief look about all these applications one by one. So you see here email. It is the most common internet application. Since the inception of internet, this application is there. Email, you can call it the first and foremost application, is a widely used application is email. So definition is what? Email is a method of exchanging digital messages over the internet. How email works? The technology behind it or the protocol which governs the working of or controls the working of email is known as SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. So protocol, it is the protocol used to send emails. Similarly, IMAP and POP3 is the protocols which is used to retrieve emails from the servers, you can say buffer or server, mailbox, whatever you may call it. What are the various components of the email? One component is email client. Email client, the examples of email client are Gmail, Outlook, Rediffmail, Hotmail. So this kind of, which allows you to create message, to send message, to receive message, to delete message. And so that interface basically is known as client. But once you have created the message, written the message, then you submit send button. The moment you click the send button, the control is not there. The control is taken over by some other servers, and your message is transmitted via several routes to the server. So the server manages and stores your mail. Finally, it reaches to the destination point. At the destination point, it may happen that that person for whom you have sent the message is not online. He is sleeping. His computer is off. Then where your message will go? So that message will stay where? On the server to which your friend is connected basically. Whenever your friend will log in into the system, that message from the server will be pushed back to the client's computer or to your friend's computer using IMAP or POP technology or protocols, I mean to say. And your server or your friend can see that, okay, I have received a message from my friend, and accordingly he can reply back these messages to you. So this is messages, the reply is again sent back to you using the same technology. What are the benefits? It is fast, it is convenient, it supports attachments. And so not only text messages can be sent, you can attach video messages, you can attach some video simulations files, you can attach a very long document file as well, PDF file or any other file to transmit, to be transmitted along with your text messages. So it is widely used in personal and professional context. So these are some of the benefits of email. Now come to search engines. All of us are very much aware with the search engines like Google search engine is there, lot of search engines, Bing search engines are there, Yahoo search engines are there. So search engines are software platforms that search the web for information based on user queries basically. So they are the applications basically or software systems which allows you to search certain information depending on your requirement. So they allow you, the client computer allows you to enter the query where you can enter your query, and that query will be sent to the server, and the nearest server searches or whoever, say for example your search engine is Google, so your query goes to Google server. Now it is the duty of Google server to serve the information across the internet. That information may be residing on different servers. From these servers, they collect the information and pushes back, and after ranking the information, ranking means they arrange the information according to your relevance to the query, and the most relevant is that the topmost, second relevant is the next, third relevant is like that. So the lesser relevant information is at the bottom and the most relevant information is at the top. They are known as the ranking. So according to the rank, they pushes back, after doing the ranking of the message, they pushes back the information to your computer, where you can see all these ranked information by clicking one by one. So that is the working process of the search engine. How search engine works? Basically crawling. So automated bots scan website to collect data. So I have already told you that, say for example, you are sitting over here and this is your client computer. You are using Google or anything. Your message go to the Google server. Say for example, it is Google server. Now the Google server is connected to the whole world to that. So Google server searches the information which you are desiring from various servers. Say for example, the information is available in this server and this server. So from this server, it collects the information. Now it ranks according to the relevance, and after ranking all this, they push back the information to your system, that is known as client system. Fine. So here it is the process of working over here. So automated bots scan website to collect data. So it collects the data automatically, and next is indexing, organized collected data for quick retrieval, and ranking, determine the order of search result using certain algorithms. And these ranked information is pushed back to your computer, where you can see the data in this way. By clicking one by one, you can see the results of your search. Google, Bing, Yahoo, and a lot of search engines are there, which you might be aware with. What are the key features? It is advanced search options. It provides you certain filters and search operators. So while you are making your query, it allows you different ways of writing your queries, so that you can write efficient query, the very effective query, I mean to say, which produces the desired information, which fetches the desired information from the respective servers. Benefit: easy access to vast amount of information and supports diverse users' need. Nowadays, it is one of the most widely used applications, search engine are there. So whenever we require any type of information, you go to Google, we write down the queries over there, and a lot of information comes over there, and we keep on updating our knowledge with these information. Next is web browser. Basically, the web browsers are known as windows to internet. So a browser is a software application used to access and display websites. So say for example, sometimes we know the address of a website. So for example, Google. So we write on google.com. So it brings you to the Google server, page of the Google server. You want to search any information. Say for example, you are interested to know about AMU. So you write the address over there, amu.ac.in, that is known as the web address or URL address of AMU. The moment you will write down this address on the address bar and press the enter button, it will bring you to the home page of the AMU website. So the web browser is a software application used to access and display websites. So common features are address bar. So on the top of the screen, you do have the address bar, where you can write the URL of the website which you want to visit. So you can see here, address bar is like that. You see here, and the topmost screen you can see here. You can write down, say for example, you are writing amu.ac.in. The moment you will write and put the enter key, it will bring you to the website of AMU. So this appears on the topmost part of the screen. Tabs open multiple web pages simultaneously. It is not like that. Whenever you are visiting another website, first website has it is not available for you quickly. Another you will have to give this a no. It's not like that. Simultaneously, you can open various websites in different tabs, and you can switch between them depending on your requirement. Sometimes you may find that, okay, this website, the information in this website is very useful for me. I can or I wish to refer it back for my future use. Yes, you can do it by bookmarking it. So there is a facility which is known as bookmark. So the moment you will keep the bookmark it will be saved on your history, and whenever you want to visit after 2 days or 3 days or even a week, what are that website, you can see the bookmark pages. Here you can see, okay, this was the page which I had visited, which had very good information for me. So you can revisit that website by using this. Privacy mode. So incognito or private browsing to enhance privacy. This kind of feature is also there. Sometimes you are interested in that, okay, right now whatever I am browsing, I don't want other employees of the organization to see my browsing history. So in that case, the browsers allow you to browse or to see the information in incognito or private mode basically. So whatsoever sites or whatsoever websites or whatsoever company's website you are visiting, that will not be maintained in the history. So if some other person is coming to your computer and he wants to check that this professor or this person has visited which website I want to check, that kind of information will not be there. But if you are visiting these websites other than incognito or general mode, anybody can see the history. That will show that these are the websites which this person has visited for getting information from these websites. Popular web browsers are Chrome. All of us know the Google Chrome is there, Firefox is there, Opera is there, Safari is there, Microsoft Edge. So these are the popular web browsers using which you can browse the information on the internet. What is the importance of that? It provides an interface for interacting with the web and accessing online content. So it provides you an easy way to access the information which are available on various websites. Another term is there that is known as World Wide Web. So World Wide Web is an information system that allows documents and other web resources to be accessed via internet. And so whenever we are part of the internet, all the servers are part of the internet, and whatsoever documents are there, they are also part of the internet. So if anybody wants to search certain information, that information may be made available via different servers to the person who is seeking that information. So several web pages, these information are in the form of web pages. So documents formatted in HTML format, or so these pages are HTML pages are stored in the web servers, which can easily be fetched whenever any person requires that information. The web servers are there where these pages are stored and delivered web pages. So okay, the document web pages are there, but web pages are written in using HTML or hypertext markup language, basically tags. So they have been created like that using HTML. But where they will be stored? They will be stored on web servers basically. So web servers stores the data over here, these pages over there, and when it is required by somebody else, it can provide the data as well. And web browser, this is a client software to retrieve and display web pages. How it will be, how the request will come to the server? Yes, request will be go via web browsers. The web browser will send that I require this kind of information, and that information will be made available to the client computer. It uses HTTP or HTTPS protocol. I have already told you that all the communication takes place by using certain rules. So here for data transmission or web page transmission from one place to another place, we use the communication which is known as hypertext transmission protocol, HTTP. So HTTP and its secure version is HTTPS, hypertext transmission protocol secure. So these protocols are used to transfer data between web servers and the browsers. So say for example, if you are transmitting some information from the bank server to you, so that is the confidential or very important information is there. In that case, we use HTTPS secure, so that in between no hackers can see the data, what is going on, or can hack the data, can change the data. So you might have seen for both the for many in the cases in the bank's transactions or in the digital payment transmission, they use HTTPS basically, secure protocol. What is the importance? It provides access to vast information resources and supports various applications.